We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Washington Redskins. This is taken at its 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, lock it. Safety cream. Check. Go.
On first down, Rutledge. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Free and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. They'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Stanley. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a give right side. Stanley.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On first down, it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Haskins will throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 39. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On first down, it's Stanley. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing now. Haskins on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
54, right there. 54 Mike. And we have you running.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on? And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a 2nd time for 6 points.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got a rifle. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A big play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point just does sneak over the bar. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now Haskins on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feel. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he can vault himself right into the #1 spot.
Here's Haskins to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 27 yards there, a first down.
First down, Broncos.
We go! 18 Gator.
What's tight? Tight end.
General West.
Tight end right.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
So many play callers in the red zone worried about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Broncos push further out in front. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the... And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, they scared. They scared. Tight go.
Now it's Haskins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hodges. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Tighten down. There you go. Check it back.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Here we go.
Back to the air. Haskins after the pick 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Taco Charlton able to record his 5th sack of the season. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The throw over the middle, taken in. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Check. Walk 54. Walk it here. Oh, you got deep? Switch. Run it.
From the gun on 3rd down. Haskins. And a quick throw here that's complete. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Over the middle, complete. That's Hodges. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 40.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hodges. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Jam, 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 jam.
From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. From 19 yards away. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Going up top. That's caught at the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Final play of the half. It's Haskins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw again on second down, Haskins. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Haskins going to throw again. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Again, it's Haskins. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Stanley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
You better be afraid of me. You are afraid of me.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. The quick slant caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for 2. Now a toss coming right side. Stanley. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the shit. Go. Under 10, 10.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
6-6, pull it high. Ready?
Back to throw here. And he's got his man on the out route. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 42. He'll drop to throw. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. A good pickup there at 22.
How did he do that? How did he do it? I mean, in this type of weather, it's not just catching it, it's seeing it coming towards it. Maybe that's why I ended up having to go one-handed, but boy, what a catch.
That was a spectacular one-handed grab. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Hey, check.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Over the middle, complete. That's Hodges. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. He's going to launch this thing. He's got it at the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are back within a single score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
On the ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. Rutledge. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
And 2 stop.
Pick it up.
He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Redskins 26.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line. Rock it. Ready?
2nd and 9 now. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And all the way home for a Broncos score. As his guys are in for 6. And the Broncos push further out in front.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. On 1st down, it's Haskins. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. So here are the Redskins now. An important 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He's going to loft one deep left and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the 2nd half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Taco Charlton in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Redskins on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 17. Now Haskins to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hodges. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Throwing now. Haskins on 1st down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 35-yard line. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught. What about the 5? And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Here's Haskins to throw. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough 1st downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Pearson. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Make that now 2 runs in a row that have netted them great results.
And it doesn't matter what kind of blocking scheme they're using, gap scheme, power scheme, zone running. They are finding people in those gaps and moving them and creating nice space for their runners.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. They'll keep it on the ground. Rutledge.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Rutledge. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score. Broncos 48, Redskins 38.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Haskins to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final two plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Fourth down, here's Haskins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 29. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Matt Ioannidis able to record his fifth sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Haskins. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Here we go with Haskins. He's going to let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
At their own 7-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off.